When you want to create a new template, click on Forms in Administration section, then click on Templates and click on Create New Template option. Once you click on this Create New Template option, it gives you a pop-up with all base templates of UpRaise. So these are 4 base templates available in UpRaise. In this video, let us see how to design self and manager review template. Click on Next. It takes you to the workflow selection page or workflow selection pop-up. This particular template has 2 different workflows. First is team member assessment followed by reviewer. Another is team member and reviewer in parallel. So we have another video around these both these workflows. You can view that in the same documentation. Workflows make sure that the form is executed in a proper way. Form is completed by right person at right time. So you can see there are 3 different types of users involved in this form: team member, reviewer and UpRaise admin. So the form will be assigned to these 3 team members or these 3 users according to the workflow. When you click on next, you will be navigated to a form builder page where you can actually start adding questions in your form and save that template or distribute it right away. So this is a form builder page where you will find 3 different tabs. First is form setting tab, where you can write down a name of your template. So let us say I'm creating a form for sales team. So sales team review. Then you can write down some description about this form if you want to. You can also select or deselect this option to show feedback tab to reviewers while completing the form. We also have another tab, another video around feedback, continuous feedback and review forms association. You can view that in the same documentation. So once you are done with this form setting option, click on add field. So whenever you want to add any question, you can click on these different tabs. So it allows you to add questions for all the stakeholders in each tab. Here you can add questions for team member and reviewer. These questions are going to be common for both of them. Here you can add some separate questions for team member, separate questions for reviewer. Then you can add a few questions for reviewers' remarks. Questions and answers in this particular tab are only visible to HR person and reviewers. Then you can add some questions for HR remarks. Now these questions and answers are only visible to HR person and reviewer in this particular form. Adding questions in reviewer's remark and HR remarks is not at all mandatory. Even if you can skip adding common questions for team member and reviewer, mandatory is only to add question in these 2 tabs. Once you start adding questions, you need to click on these different question types. So in server version, we have 10 different types of questions to create a questionnaire. Each question has a different purpose and different type of settings here. So when you click on this box, it allows you to go on field setting option and allow you to customize your question. You can add your question in question field and write down labels of these choices. You can add more choices or remove existing ones. You can write some instruction for each question. So if I click on star rating questions, I will have instruction tab, separate instruction tab for that particular question. You can also make a question mandatory or optional. You can also add extra comment or remove that extra comment box. You can also associate scores and weightage. You can also associate scores and weightage with a few questions here. So we also have one video around scores and weightage for review forms. You can look into that video for more details about scores and weightage. So whenever you want to add a question, click on add field tab, and add question in each field. Once you are done with adding questions and editing these questions, click on save if you just want to save this template in the system. If you want to distribute the template, you can click on save and next, and it takes you to the distribution page. So this is how you can design a template, create a template for self and manager review.